Hey you, namaste. Thank you for joining me in today's Vinyasa practice. We'll go ahead and begin in child's pose. Knees widen to the width of your mat, big toes to touch behind you. Extend the arms out along the mat, palms down. Allow the hips to sink towards the heels as you lower the chest in between the thighs. And forehead comes to meet the ground. And begin to connect with your breath. Allow each inhalation and exhalation to get longer. And perhaps you begin your Ujjayi breath, your warrior's breath. A slight restriction in the back of the throat, like you're fogging a mirror with your lips closed. And with each breath, your mind becomes calm. A sense of ease washes over you as you let everything go that no longer serves you. And perhaps you set an intention for your practice today. And with each breath you take during your practice, you feed that intention life. Inhale, come up to tabletop. Stack the shoulders over the wrist and the hips over the knees. Tops of the feet along the mat. And draw the belly button in towards the spine. Inhale, cow. Allow the belly to fall towards the ground as you tilt the chin and the tailbone skyward. Exhale, cat. Round through the back. As you press the ground away from you, draw the belly button strongly into the spine. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. And take that flow with your own breath for a few breaths. Feel the articulation in the vertebrae as you flow from one pose to the other, gently awakening the spine. And find a neutral tabletop. Inhale, lift the right hand off the ground as you extend the left leg. Press through the left heel like you're stamping your foot on the wall behind you. Exhale, bring the elbow and knee together. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, lower the right hand and left leg to the ground. And we'll switch sides. Inhale, extend the left arm and the right leg. Press through that right heel. Allow your hip points to be parallel with the ground. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, extend. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, extend. Hold for a breath. Exhale, lower the hand and the leg down to the ground. Curl the toes under. Exhale, downward facing dog. Lift the hips as you create an inverted V with your body. Perhaps this is your first down dog of the day, definitely for the practice, so feel free to walk your dog, bend one knee and then the other. Awaken the back of the legs as you gently press the ground away from you. And as you find stillness in your downward dog, allow the chest to press towards the thighs as you lift your hip points a little higher. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, come up to your toes. Shift your shoulders over your wrist to plank. Draw the belly button into the spine, nice strong core. Thighs are engaged. Exhale, push back into downward facing dog. And take that flow 2 more times with your own breath. Inhale, shift the weight forward as you come up to the toes. Exhale, press back into downward facing dog. And 1 more. Exhale, press back into downward facing dog. And as you go through today's practice, I invite you to allow your breath to initiate the movement rather than the movement initiate the breath. And at any point in time, if you lose your breath, feel free to lower down into an extended child's pose or press back into downward facing dog to catch your breath and reestablish your Ujjayi pranayama. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, slowly, 1 baby step at a time. Walk your feet to your hands. Forward fold. Perhaps you create a nice generous bend in the knees and slowly straighten. And pull the belly button into the spine. And as you do so, you may notice your chest fall a little bit more towards your thighs. And shift your weight into the balls of your feet so that your hips, knees, and ankles are in alignment. Inhale, extended mountain. With a flat back, lift the torso to stand. Arms come up overhead, palms face each other. Pinkies spiral inward. Exhale, hands come down to heart center. And big toes touch with a small gap in the heel. Inhale, extended mountain. Lift the arms up. Draw the shoulder blades down the back. Exhale, forward fold. Hands come down through heart center. As you bend at the hips, the flat back, hands come down to the ground. Inhale, halfway lift. Lift the torso parallel to the ground. Engage the core. Hands can come to the shins or your thighs. Elbows pull into the torso as shoulder blades slide down the back. Exhale, hands come down to the mat as you step back into a push-up and you plank. Lower slowly all the way down to the ground. Keep the elbows pulled into the torso. Tops of the feet come to the mat. Hands stay under the shoulder blades. You can rest your chin on the mat or your forehead. Inhale, baby cobra. Press the tops of the legs into the mat as you lift the chest and head. Exhale, lower. Inhale, baby cobra. Exhale, lower. Inhale, come back up to tabletop. Exhale, press into downward facing dog. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, step your feet to your hands, top of the mat. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, extended mountain. Flat back as you lift the torso up, arms overhead. Exhale, hands come down to heart center. And we'll take that flow once more, a little bit more quickly this time. Inhale, extended mountain. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, high to low plank. Hands come down to the mat as you step the feet back. Bend at the elbows as you lower the body to the ground and pull the elbows in. Option is to lower down to the knees. Inhale, upward facing dog. Extend the arms as you shine the chest forward. Tops of the feet press into the ground. Thighs are lifted. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, step or jump to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, extended mountain. Exhale, stand at attention. Hand comes down to heart center in Anjali Mudra. Inhale, extended mountain. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, chair. Bend at the knees as you bring the hips back like you're sitting into a chair. Lift the torso slightly, extend the arms, palms face each other, pinky spiral inward. And equalize your weight in the feet so that perhaps you lift your toes off the ground. And pull the belly button into the spine to create a neutral back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, high to low plank. Step it back. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift the right leg high. Keep the hip points parallel to the ground as you push through the right heel. Left heel falls towards the ground. Exhale, low lunge. Bring that right foot forward, step it in between the hands. Inhale, warrior two. Flip the left foot parallel to the short edge of your mat. Lift the torso up, stack the shoulders over the hips, arms parallel with the ground. Gazes over your right middle finger. A generous bend in the front knee as you press it slightly outward so that perhaps if you look down towards your foot, you can see the outer edge of your big toe. Inhale, reach the right fingertips forward. Exhale, extended side angle. Bring that right elbow to the inside of the right knee. And perhaps you circle the left arm down and around. As you extend, reach the fingers forward. Gaze can be at your elbow crease. And press into the pinky edge of your left foot so that there is a long line from your pinky toe all the way to your left fingertips. Inhale, reverse warrior. Lift the torso as you lift that right arm skyward. Left hand grazes the left leg. Bend into the right knee. Inhale, cartwheel the hands down to the ground. Step back into a push-up. Exhale, lower halfway. Flip to the tops of the feet. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift the left leg high. Hip points parallel to the ground as you press through the left heel. Exhale, low lunge. Step that left foot in between the hands. Inhale, warrior two. Pivot that right foot down to parallel to the short edge of your mat. Lift the torso up. Stack the shoulders over the hips. Arms parallel to the ground. And gazes softly over the left middle finger. Press into the right pinky edge of the foot to keep the arches lifted. Inhale, reach the left fingertips forward. Exhale, extended side angle. You can bring the left elbow to the inside of the left knee, or perhaps you rest lightly on the left thigh. Circle the arm down and around the chest as you rotate open. Reach with the right fingertips. Inhale, reverse warrior. Keep the bend in the left knee as you reach the left fingers up. Right hand falls to the thigh or perhaps the calf with little to no weight. Draw the shoulder blades down the back. Exhale, cartwheel the hands down. Step back and lower halfway. Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, step or jump to the top of your mat. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, extended mountain. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, extended mountain. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale to chair. Exhale, eagle. Ground down through the left foot as you lift the right leg and drape it over the left thigh. And press the legs together. Bring the right arm underneath the left elbow as you cross at the wrists. Sit the hips back. And bring the elbows off the chest and the hands away from the face. And set your gaze or your drishti beyond your hands. And it's okay if you fall out of this balancing pose. Just take a moment to shake it out and get back into it. Exhale, crouching eagle. Bring the elbows down to the knees. Keep pressing the legs together. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, extended mountain. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale to chair. Exhale, eagle on the left side, ground down through the right foot. Lift the left leg, drape it over the right thigh. Bring the left arm underneath the right elbow as you cross your forearms. Option also is to stack the elbows on top of each other and reach for your shoulder blades. If your arms were crossed, lift the elbows off the chest as you sit deeper into your eagle. Exhale, crouching eagle. Bring the elbows down to the knees. Allow the hands to fall further away from the face. Feel that sensation in the shoulders. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, release, extended mountain. Inhale, hands through heart center, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, high to low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. And take a few moments to reestablish your Ujjayi breath. Inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, step it through low lunge. Inhale, warrior one, pivot that left foot to a 45-degree angle. Lift the chest, arms up overhead. And if you notice any challenge trying to do so, play around with where your left foot is. Sometimes bringing it out further to the edge of your mat helps with squaring up the hips. Inhale, shift the torso over the right leg. Ground down through the right foot. As you exhale, lift the left leg parallel to the ground. Arms can be an airplane by your side, palms facing downward. Or perhaps you extend them, palms face each other. Exhale, slowly lower the left foot down. Warrior one. Inhale, warrior two. Open up towards the left. Arms come parallel down to the ground. Inhale, straighten the right leg. As you pike the hips towards the left, reach forward with your right fingertips. Exhale, triangle pose. Tick-tock the arms to 6 and 12. Press that left shoulder back behind you like you're pressing it into a wall. Stay lifted in the chest. Option is to use a block. Inhale, lift the torso up, come back up. Rotate that right foot. Exhale, wide-legged standing forward bend. Bend at the hips as you keep a flat back, lower the chest down towards your thighs. Allow the neck and head to be heavy. Hands can rest on the ground, or perhaps you bring the pinkies in towards the elbow creases. You shift your weight slightly into the balls of the feet. Release the hands down to the ground. Tee out the arms. Inhale, lift up. Warrior two. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, high to low plank. Cartwheel the hands down to the ground. Step that right foot back. Lower halfway. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift the left leg high. Exhale, step it through, low lunge. Inhale, warrior one, pivot that right foot to a 45-degree angle, lift the torso up, arms overhead, palms face each other. And press that right hip forward as you pull the left hip back. Inhale, shift the torso over the left thigh. Exhale, warrior three. Pick up the right foot, lift the leg parallel to the ground. Balance is sometimes challenging to find, so if you fall out of this again, don't beat yourself up about it. Just shake it off, take some breaths, and come back into it when you're ready. Slight bend in the standing leg also helps with the balance. Exhale, lower the right foot back down to the ground, warrior one. Warrior two. Pivot that right foot to 90 degrees, arms parallel to the floor. Inhale, straighten the left leg as you reach the fingertips forward. Exhale, triangle pose, tick-tock the arms to 6 and 12. Shoulder blades draw down the back. Inhale, lift the torso, come back up to standing. Pivot that left foot so that the toes are facing the long edge of your mat. Exhale, wide-legged standing forward bend. Bend at the hips with a nice flat back. Lower the chest down towards the thighs. Allow the head and neck to be heavy. And feel free to take whatever arm position you took before. Or perhaps you can clasp the hands behind your back and slowly lift the palms off the small of the back. Strap is also helpful if you have really tight shoulders. Lower the hands down to the ground. Lift the torso halfway, arms parallel. Inhale, fully rise. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse warrior. Keep a bend in that left knee. Exhale, high to low plank. Cartwheel the hands down to the floor. Step the left foot back. Lower halfway. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, step or jump to the top of your mat. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, extended mountain. Exhale, hands come down to heart center. Allow your breath to come back to you if you've lost it. Inhale, extended mountain, arms come up overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. And heel toe your feet to hip width distance apart. And two options here is that you can take your peace fingers and capture your big toe, or perhaps you step the palms of the hands underneath the soles of the feet. And the toes reach the wrist. Inhale, gorilla, extend through the spine. Exhale, gently pull the chest towards the thighs as you bend the elbows outward. Keep a slight bend in the knees. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Exhale, release the hands from the feet and widen your stance a little bit more. Toes point outward as the heels point in towards the center of your mat. Bring your hands down to heart center. Exhale, malasana. Deeply bend through the knees as you shift the hips towards the ground. Elbows press to the inside of the thighs. Nice straight back. Your drishti is out in front of you. If you find this pose challenging, you can always put a block underneath your seat for supported garland. Inhale, lift the hips back up towards the sky, hands come down to the mat. Heel toe your feet back together. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, extended mountain. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, high to low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale the right leg high. Exhale, low lunge, step it through. Inhale to crescent. Staying high on the ball of the left foot, lift the torso up, extend the arms, palms face each other, pinky spiral inward. And similar to warrior one, you want to push the left hip forward as you pull the right hip back. Exhale, lower down to the left knee, top of the foot comes down to the mat, hands come down to heart center. Exhale, revolved crescent, bring the left elbow to the outside of the right knee as you twist the chest open to the right, press the hands into each other, and gaze is over your right shoulder. Lengthen the spine through the inhales and twist a little deeper on the exhales. Inhale, back up to center. And come up to the ball of the left foot once more. Bring the hands to the inside of the right foot as you kind of shimmy that to the edge of your mat. And exhale, lower the left knee once more. Top of the foot comes down to the mat for a runner's lunge. Option is to stay lifted in the chest, or perhaps you come down to a block or your forearms. And depending on how flexible you are in your hip, you can roll to the outside edge of your right foot, allowing for more sensation in that right hip. Inhale, come back up to the hands. Flip the left toes under as you lift the left knee and bring the right foot to meet the left. Bring the right hand directly underneath your face. Exhale, side plank. Rotate to the outside edge of the right foot as you open the chest to the left. Press through the hand as you lift the hips skyward. Left fingertips are reaching for the sun. Exhale the left hand back down to the ground for forward plank. Exhale, lower halfway. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale the left leg high. Exhale, low lunge, step it through. Inhale, crescent lunge. Lift the torso, extend the arms up overhead. Draw the belly button in towards the spine. Exhale, lower down to the right knee. Hands come down to heart center. Top of the foot meets your mat. And shift your torso slightly forward. Exhale, revolved crescent. Bring the right elbow to the outside of the left knee as you rotate the chest to the left. And gaze skyward if your neck allows it, or perhaps forward. Press the hands into each other as you lengthen. And exhale, deepen your twist. Inhale back to center. Arms extend up overhead. Shoulder blades draw down towards the waist. Inhale, tuck the toes under, lift off the right knee. Exhale, bring the hands to the inside of the left foot as you shimmy it towards the edge of your mat. And once more, lower down to your right knee. And again, you can stay lifted in the chest or perhaps lower down to a block. You may notice a difference from your right to left side as far as tightness in the hips, and that's perfectly normal. Just remember to breathe. If your hips will allow it, you can rotate to the outer edge of the left foot. Inhale, come back up to the hands. Curl the right toes under as you bring the left foot back to meet it. Shift your left hand to underneath your face. As you rotate onto the outer edge of the left foot for side plank, extend through the right arm as you create a arch with your body. Press the floor away from you. Option also is to lower down to the knee for a supported side plank. Or perhaps you stack one foot in front of the other rather than on top of each other. Exhale, lower the right hand down to the ground, plank. Exhale, lower halfway. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a nice big deep breath in through the nose and sigh out the mouth. One more, just like that. In through the nose and out the mouth in a big sigh. Come down to your knees, cross at the ankles, and bring your feet out in front of you. Do any shifting that you need to with your clothes. Perhaps move the flesh out from underneath your sits bones. Legs pressed together, toes pointed towards your face. Inhale the arms up. Palms face each other. Exhale, seated forward bend. Bend at the hips as you shine the chest towards the feet. Hands come down to either the shins or the ankles. Perhaps you can clasp the toes. Gentle bend in the knees. Inhale, lift the torso back up to seated. And bring the hands out in front of you. Slowly lower one vertebrae at a time, all the way down to the mat. Inhale the knees into the chest. Give your spine some gentle rolls side to side. And perhaps you circle the knees to give the low back a little massage. Pull the right knee into the right underarm as you lower the left leg along the mat. Toes point towards the face. Inhale, wind release pose. Lift the forehead to the knee and hold. Continue to breathe. Exhale, release the head down. And switch sides. Pull the left knee into the left underarm as you lower the right leg along the mat. Inhale, lift the forehead to the knee and hold. This pose is really good for digestion, but it's important that you do the right side first and then the left. Exhale, release. Bring the knees once more into the chest. And with an exhale, lower both knees to the left. Shoulders plugged into the ground as you take a supine twist. Your gaze can either be skyward or towards your right hand. Inhale back to center. Exhale, supine twist to the other side. Knees fall to the right. Inhale back to center. Squeeze the knees in one more time, big squeeze. And exhale, lower the legs along the mat. Allow the ankles to release so that the feet fall open. The hands along your sides, palm face upward for Shavasana. And gently close your eyes. Reconnect with your breath. And give gratitude to your body and your mind for allowing you to partake in this practice today. Allow the tension in the scalp and forehead to release. Release any tension in the jaw and allow your tongue to fall away from the roof of your mouth. Slowly and gently bring your awareness back into your body. Allow small movements in the fingers and toes. And perhaps you slowly blink open the eyes to take in your physical environment in once more. And you can roll onto your favorite side for a few breaths and slowly make your way up to a seated position, easy pose. Hands come to heart center as you smile. Thank you so much for allowing me to guide you through today's Vinyasa practice. May peace be in your heart always, and I'll see you next time. Satnam.